are very memorable. They're lively, they're comical, but they also bring tears to your eyes, you know? And so a lot of that influenced what I had to do when I was developing Zelda going forward.
Absolutely. And you may have seen a second ago, I was using my shield. I want to point out that a huge UI improvement of this game is that your sword, shield, things like your power bracelet, Pegasus boots are always equipped, which is a huge improvement on the original because that frees up your Y and X button for whatever else you want to equip, and it just makes things a lot easier. And that's one of the things I really love about this version of the game is that it retains the classic feel and personality of the original, but with the just perfectly refined UI of modern Zelda games, which is really, really cool to see. And one last thing I'm going to point out here in Maybe Village is we see Dampé's shack mentioned on this sign. And that's kind of interesting because Dampé was not originally in this game. And what is he doing in this game? I'm not going to tell you, but we're going to tell you a little bit later in this segment.
Oh,
it's a little bit of a tease.
Okay,
but,
you teaser.
I think I've explored Maybe Village enough, and I'm going to go ahead and show us a little something else.
Oh, yeah?
What?
Yeah.
What?
Full
Is
of
it a
secrets
dungeon?
on this day.
Gosh, you have 2 switches?
Yeah, we're very, very excited to announce that the Color Dungeon is indeed in this version of the game. The Color Dungeon was first introduced in the DX version from the Game Boy Color, and this is the complete version of this. So, as I said, we're very, very happy to confirm that the Color Dungeon is in this game.
Right. Color maybe not quite as novel as it was on the Game Boy Color, but still really neat to see that all of the content of that DX version is represented here.
Absolutely. And as you can see, these camo goblins kind of sink into the ground in their various colors. And as you can see, I'm going to break
You have to break pots.
I'm sorry.
Because we're playing a Zelda game.
You're funny, Chad.
Thank you for your patience, Aonuma-san, while I break all these pots. So this is a puzzle. I'm not going to go too far into this dungeon. I don't want to spoil it for everybody, but basically you hit these switches and it changes the switches next to them.
No, you're supposed to hit the red one. Get the red one right there.
I know.
Yeah.
You know what to do here.
Yes. And I'm not going to go too much farther,
Keep going.
but I would be remiss as a Zelda fan if I let
the
this
comps.
clearly bombable wall pass me up.
All right.
So it's got cracks in it. It makes a different sound when you hit it with your sword.
Blow it up.
It's begging to be bombed. So I'm going to go ahead and do it justice.
Oblige.
Yes.
Boom. And I'm rewarded with a room full of rupees, which is one of the best things in the world.
Please collect
be
them all.
honest. I'm going to get them all.
Okay. Thank you.
We can go about our business. Da-na-na-na.
Z for
Stopping a nerd
Zelda.
now and just get the rest of the rupees.
Oh,
All right, and that was all I'm going to show you
That
of
was
the Color
classy.
Dungeon. As I said, it's just kind of a sneak peek.
Dude, I wonder if she
and
practiced
now we're going to
that.
show you something that's brand new to the game. Take it away, Sam.
That's right. So we saw this in the Nintendo Direct. But there was a new little bit that was added to The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for Nintendo Switch. So just as the Color Dungeon was brand new content for the DX version, what we've got here for the Nintendo Switch version is called the Chamber Dungeon. And just to give you an idea of where we are,
they were making dungeons. I
we're
forgot
in
about
South
that.
Heights, and we're just slightly to the east here of this Moblin hideout. We see this new location. And this is something that DX players might recognize as being the camera HUD, but in this game, it's something brand new.
It looks like a shack.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like a shack, and it's filled with our friend Dampé here.
He was looking for an adventuring assistant.
He looks like a good
Right,
man.
yeah. So this is something that I actually wanted to ask Aonuma-san about the introduction of Dampé into the world of Link's Awakening. He wasn't originally here on Koholint Island. So would you like to talk a little bit about what he's doing here and about maybe some of the inspiration behind the Chamber Dungeon?
断片の紹介とあとパネルダンジョンについてお話しいただけますでしょうか。
このダンペさんって、時のオカリナから出てきてるキャラクターで、墓守の設定の人なんですけど、今回その人に新しくこう登場してもらって、そこでパネルダンジョンという新しい遊びを体験してもらおうと思います。
And so many of you may know Dampé was maybe in, I think, Ocarina of Time, and he was a gravekeeper there. But in this game, he's going to be the one that introduces you to the new game called Panel Dungeons, or Chamber Dungeons.
パネルダンジョンっていうのは
Okay.
そこまで
お
クリアしてきたダンジョンの一部屋をパズルのピースのようなパネルにしてですね、それを並べることで実際のそのダンジョンがアレンジできるっていうそういう遊びで、そのお題をですねこのダンペイさんが出してくれるっていうそういう遊びになってます。
And so, what are chamber dungeons? So, they are where you can create your own dungeons. If you complete a dungeon, you get pieces that you for each room that you cleared, and you could rearrange them to make your own dungeon. And so, Dampe will be the one that introduces you to challenges in creating chamber dungeons.
でダンジョンをねユーザーがこう自分でアレンジできるって遊びは前からゼルダに入れてみたいなってずっと思ってたんですけど、誰もができるようにするために難しいこと考えなくてもできるパズルを解くような感覚でやっとそれを解くとダンジョンができるっていうね、そういう遊びにしました。
And so I've always wanted to create a way for players to create their own dungeon, but I didn't want to make it anything too hard. So just like a puzzle or solving a puzzle, I wanted to make this chamber dungeon easy enough for people to play and feel like they're solving a puzzle.
Please tell
Yeah,
me
that's right.
it's
and
online
you can see here, so I've
in
started
terms
a little
of
bit
sharing.
of a dungeon arrangement here. And the way these chambers are arranged, up at the top here, they're categorized in depending on how many doorways they have. So you can see here, these are all chambers that have one doorway. These are all chambers that have two, etc. And then you can see they're further categorized into
I just think it'd be
where
fun to
the-
play your
the
friends'
doorways
dungeons,
are,
that's all.
Exiting out
Like
of
in
the
Mario
chamber.
Maker. It
So,
doesn't even look like it'd be
a
hard to
few things
share,
about
like a
dungeon
seed.
arrangement in the chamber dungeon. You'll need to make sure that you have at least an entrance and a nightmare. Those are kind of the primary components of any dungeon. But also you'll want to make sure that all of the doorways are connected to other doorways.
Of course.
So you can't leave any of those just hanging or unfulfilled there.
Yo, I just realized.
So you can see I'm starting to make a little bit of a dungeon
is Link's
arrangement
Awakening
here.
meets
You might notice a
Haunted.
few other things. So some of these
what the hell was that
chambers
one
have,
game we play?
icons on the underneath
I was gonna
of
say
them,
Haunting
and
of
those
Hill
give you an
House, but that's a
idea of the
Netflix
sorts
show.
of features that are available in this particular chamber.
That
So
haunted
you can see
mansion.
this one has a treasure chest, and this one has a
thing.
staircase, and some of them have locked doors.
That
if you're
tabletop
using,
game we play.
locked doors, you need to make
Betrayal.
sure that you include enough chambers
That game.
with treasure chests to supply enough keys
House on the Haunted
for you to
Hill.
get through
That
all of
game.
those locked doors. And the way those stairways connect is really fun. Because what you can do is, if you use stairways, they'll automatically create a sub area that you'll have to go through between the two stairways. And that's one of those 2D side-scrolling sections that Anuma-san was talking about a little bit earlier. And you might see some fun enemies in there. But, so this is like a Picross-like puzzle. So the chamber dungeon, unlike any other dungeon before, you arrange these yourself. But they're challenges. You have to go through this puzzle portion of the arrangement. And once you're finished with that, then you have to adventure through your dungeon. So the challenge comes in two parts. The chamber dungeon can actually take a little bit of time to arrange. Like I said, it is a puzzle, so it takes some time to get through. So I'm not gonna go through the entire thing just here. So I'm gonna skip ahead to one that I have arranged previously.
You guys have another Switch?
If it works.
And you're very, very devious,
Wow.
so I'm sure that it's full of all kinds of terrible, awful things.
Seem to have a little bit of
intense.
issue with the controller
Oh, what's
here.
up,
Let me
Art?
try and get that sorted out. But while we're getting this figured out, I was wondering if Anuma-san could talk a little bit about the chamber dungeon and how it mixes up the gameplay for someone who has already played through the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
このパネルダンジョンの追加で過去にゲームを遊んだ方でも
God.
遊んでない方でも
Freaking first or 1%er problems. Oh, my other Switch isn't working. Hold on.
遊ばれた皆さんの記憶に、ね、強く残るそういうゲームだったと思いますけど、実はあんまりダンジョンのことは覚えてない人が多いんじゃないかなと思うんですけど。
So I know this game left a strong impression on many players, but honestly, I don't know if everybody remembers exactly how to play everything.
でこのパネルダンジョンってそのパズルを解くような形で感覚でその、ダンジョンをアレンジするっていうお話をしましたけど、そこまで遊んできたダンジョンの記憶をもとにそれでダンジョンをこうアレンジするとですね、またちょっとこう面白いダンジョンが作れるんで、これをこう本編のダンジョンをクリアしながらこのパネルダンジョンも遊んでいくと、そのダンジョンの記憶っていうのがすごく強く残るものになるんじゃないかなと思ってます。
And so, as I mentioned earlier, this is just like figuring out a puzzle. So, if you go back to your memories of how you completed the dungeon and then play this dungeon as well, I think it'll leave a very strong impression while you play. And also, if you play this while you progress the main story, I think it'll even leave a stronger impression.
All right, so we've got this up here now, and you could see now that there's a little green check mark there next to the Fill Up Your Hearts challenge. Oh, I guess I should have explained that. This particular challenge, you needed to fill in every single one of the empty tiles with a chamber. And so this one I've already completed. You could see I've cleared it. And when you complete it, you get a clear time. And you'll see that that's 7 minutes and 42 seconds right now.
Good job,
and one
man.
of the fun things that you can do with those clear times is you can challenge yourself to beat your dungeon faster and faster. Or you could challenge a friend to see if they might be able to beat your dungeon in a faster time.
Oh, thank God.
So I
Okay.
was wondering if Anuma-san would you
No.
please
No.
play
No.
through this dungeon
No.
and see if you could please beat my
Please.
clear time.
Please also say online. Don't just say your local friends. I have online friends only, bro.
えらいことをお願いされてしまったな。
That's a big ask, but
Please don't just debate me like that.
私ゲーム開発者ですけど非常にゲームが下手くそなんで。
So I'm a game developer, but I'm
I'm a
not very good at
fucking
games.
loser with no real life friends anymore because all my other friends
I'll
moved
do
away
my best.
10 years ago.
This is a great rare treat for all of us.
Yeah. Ainuma-san, of course, has spent, I'm sure, many, many years thinking about the dungeon arrangement and the flow of a player's movements through a dungeon and about pacing the puzzles properly.
Dude, look at that
So I'm
fucking
really
little
curious
jelly.
to see how he's going to get on with this dungeon where
I love his face. He's so serious. He's like, I'm gonna beat this motherfucker in his dungeon. He thinks he's gonna fuck him. I made Zelda. I will fucking murder you.
Apologies.
Love this man.
Admittedly, I did include some more devious elements here.
I mean, he didn't
Yeah,
make Zelda, but he
using
made
the
this
map
Zelda. He
is
made
really
Link's Awakening.
an effective way to get through this particular
止
dungeon.
まってますからまずこういってここまで宝箱を開けるっていうのがいい感じですね。
So I'm gonna go through that route and try to get that key over there where you saw the cursor hovering.
Okay. He's calling his shots. I
He's
like
being
it.
strategic. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Oh, shiny, shiny! Catch it, dude! What
Yeah,
you
these guys could be
idiot!
really challenging. They're
No!
more like a timing puzzle almost.
Yeah.
Trying to defeat them.
And as you mentioned, since it times your completion, it's a real.
doesn't even care about
fun
that
and terrible
rupee.
treat
He's
to
on a
try and
timer.
best your friend's time
Get outta
in
here,
a
man.
dungeon.
Run.
He's doing really
Doing
well
really
so far. So
well.
yeah, I said I think my clear time again was like 7 minutes 42
Yeah.
seconds. So he's on a really good pace right now.
Already got another key.
Yeah, dude. His face is like the epitome of just, I
This is
am
almost like
going
a
to
randomizer
fuck
of
this
sorts. So
dungeon
these are all
up.
familiar rooms. So you've seen these rooms in other dungeons, and Dompe will create these chambers for you. And even though you know the puzzle, you may know the way through it, because they're
dope.
all arranged in a completely different order, it's a new type of challenge.
Okay,
Yes,
so
and
it's
I
kind of
would
like
add
you're
someone, even if
remixing
you're
the
somebody
game,
who has
essentially.
memorized every corner of this
They're not like
game,
fully
all
new
of those,
tiles.
Dungeons,
they're
those
all
rooms
things you
become
have
brand
done.
new when you
That's
or
cool.
a friend has arranged them into something completely different.
Right. Quickly dispatching all of those keys and finding yet another treasure chest.
This isn't
It
his
only-
first Zelda rodeo.
Yeah, apparently not.
Is the blingers just me? It's some kind of weird, like,
I think it's really
shit going
funny,
on.
Anuma-san, that,
Every once in a while.
Oh, he knew about your devious tricks,
yeah,
Sam.
okay. I love using those spinning blades.
E3's
because
been
usually
having
when
a
you
thing
walk
this
into
year.
a room in Zelda, you're thinking about, okay, what kind of puzzle am I going to face here? What kind of, am I going to have a challenging enemy that I'm
Yeah,
going
it's
to
like right at
battle? But with
like the
those spinning
floor
blades,
is flashing, it
the
seems.
challenge really is just walking
It's kind of
into the
strange.
room.
I think it's actually the game itself. Because see, it's just the
Really
floor.
your
マップをもう一回確認
That's the
using
technical
the
issue they're
Check the
having
map
right now.
again.
Yeah.
じゃあこっちに行って。
Yeah, I was
Thoughts
saying
on
earlier, I
Ghostwire
think it's really
Tokyo?
funny that Anuma-san
I
has
mean,
Rock's feather
I
on
understand
Y
what
because
Hawkeye's up to
dances
now.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It's fucking dope.
Well, in Breath of the Wild, the jump
least
button
looks
was
like it'll be
X,
dope.
So I always put Rock's feather on X.
そうなんです。トラップはジャンプで受けれるんですけど、結構失敗するんです。
So you
Dude,
can,
he's letting the
avoid that
timer
enemy
run
with
to
jumping,
talk.
but you know what?
He's
Sometimes you
that
fail,
confident
so-
he's gonna beat your freaking time.
He's making
What
really great
a
time through this
baller.
dungeon.
I love just pushing those enemies off the edge.
Right.
Get out of here.
Might be a capture issue. I don't I don't know if it's a capture
You might
issue,
just
if
beat
it's
your
affecting
timestamp.
just
I'm
like the.
thinking,
Actually,
I'm
thinking that's
is
gonna
it just the
happen.
floor now? It's
So
because it's
the
affecting just
chamber-
where the actual level floor where
Yeah,
he
this
can
room is a
walk
little bit
is.
challenging.
See? It's just that
So, yeah,
area.
those chamber dungeon
that
challenges
plane.
come in two parts.
So I think it
and you're
is
gonna
just
have
the game
different
itself fucking
conditions
up.
that you need to fill for those challenges, for both the arrangement portion of the challenge, but also through the adventure portion of the challenge.
Hi,
Oh,
Mickey.
nice. Already. My
Wow.
goodness.
He's only at 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Do you see that?
Wait.
am-
Oh, every time he makes an action, it does it.
I'm
You're
kind
right.
of awestruck. I don't know.
I didn't actually notice that.
All right, you've got it. There you go.
Interesting.
He's trying to make your time feel better.
I like how they're not
Sam.
talking about it. It's like, oh,
yeah,
please,
he's just delaying
don't
to try
mention
to make me feel better.
It's just a lighting issue.
Oh,
It's
yeah,
not a
he's
huge
the
deal.
boss.
Yeah, he's already at
So
the
we're at the
nightmare.
boss now.
And this is a really fun one.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this isn't your kind of standard hit him 3 times and you're done kind
Yeah,
of
they'll
boss.
fix it.
Yeah, as we briefly mentioned, it's all
Nintendo
of the
is all
characters, the
about
bosses, the NPCs
polish,
in this
so
game
they'll
are
make it
so
work.
unforgettable,
Right.
so quirky.
I like how they kind of talk to you.
Yeah.
He's giving you a little
Kinda
clue about
getting-
what to do here.
これでも
Got a bit
僕
of an
解くと
attitude on
ネ
that
タバレになってしまうんだけど
But if I beat him, wouldn't it be a spoiler? Are we okay?
Oh, you're
It's,
fine.
this is only for the boss of the second dungeon in the game, so I think maybe it's still early.
Yeah, you're
二番目
good.
のダンジョンなんで、
Just beat him,
大丈夫
please. It's not that big a deal.
He's making
Yeah.
quick
But yeah,
work
he's
of
making
him,
really
too.
quick work of it. But I really like the sequence. He's using a technique, actually, that I've never seen before. He's staying really close to the boss and then getting under the fireball.
That is actually a
not
good
something
idea.
that I've seen before.
Dude, he freaking knows the meta.
To get hit by lots of fireballs.
Right.
Yeah, that may be different from the original game too, 'cause this has more of a 3D feel to it. I don't
Right.
know.
The true
No,
meta.
that's
Dude, this
really
is
for sure.
Pegasus after all.
It's been 26
Oh,
years
and
after
he's in the second phase.
He's using his Millennium Eye.
Nice. I didn't know
Oh,
you
you
could hit
are
multiple times there.
Am I doing pretty well?
He's doing
really
great.
Yeah.
well. すっごくうまいです。
I think you're making him angry though.
Yeah,
He's
at this
got
rate,
this. He's gonna lap you, I think.
I was gonna say at this rate he's gonna shave
Oh.
4 minutes off of my
Dude.
time. Goodness gracious.
Wow.
Crushed it.
And that's how you do
Nice
that.
work.
Yeah.
Nice
Destroy
work.
Sam's
record.
And a new
God,
record,
yeah. Look at that, man. That's
Completely
with
accelerating my
just
dungeon
taking his
time.
time at some
Thank you
points,
so
too.
much for playing through that. I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
schooling us
It
on
doesn't seem to
Zelda.
have tripped you up all that much.
Yes.
All right, well, we're running low on time for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. But before we go, we had something really cool that we wanted to share with
What?
everyone. And
Na, 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 na.
Amiibo.
This little guy
Yeah.
here. It's a new amiibo for The Legend of Zelda
Aw.
Link's Awakening.
Yes.
And he's so shiny and adorable.
Oh my
and
God.
I'm never letting him go.
yes, he's gonna mess up some bokoblins and melt your heart.
He
こ
is
のアミー
very
ボ本当
shiny.
にゲームの中に出てくるリンクそのままなんですよ。これだけアミーボと
What's he
そ
gonna
れから
do
ゲ
in
ー
the
ムの中
game?
のキャラクターが一致してるのって今まで初めてじゃないかなと思いますけどね。
So this might be the first amiibo where Link looks exactly like he's taken out of the game. He
Yeah.
looks
Yes.
just exactly like what he is in the game.
100%.
Absolutely.
Oh, he's adorable. So what he's going to do for The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening is he's going to add into the chamber dungeon what's called a plus effect. And the plus effects are layered on top of the chambers, and they add a new gameplay variant to what would otherwise be a familiar room. So what Link adds, the Link's Awakening amiibo here, what he adds is Shadow Link to your dungeon. And Shadow Link is not like a normal mini-boss where you fight him in a single room. He'll actually chase you through several
What?
different rooms.
Oh, wow.
So if you're playing through your own chamber dungeon and you add Shadow Link and you defeat him, you can earn a lot of rupees. So that's a great thing
that's
to do if you're
dope.
maybe running low in the main game. But it's also a fun thing to do if you have someone else play your chamber dungeon like I had out on Umasan. I could have laid a little trap for him and maybe placed Shadow Link on top of one of
Paid
his
a
chambers.
troll!
And there are other plus effects in the game that we might be talking about a little bit more later. And in addition to the Link's Awakening amiibo, there's also the other Legend of Zelda series amiibo will work with the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, but not just that. Any Legend of Zelda character amiibo will work with the Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. So if you have from the Smash Brothers series, if you have Sheik or Ganondorf or something like that,
So
will
you
also work
don't
with this
need
game.
this, right, Sam?
No, I need it.
You've
Please
got-
don't. I have a hole in my heart
Yes.
already.
But yeah, we wanted to share this beautiful new amiibo with everybody. It's absolutely lovely.
Yes.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Next up, we have a new trailer for a different game, and after that, we're going to see some live gameplay of Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. So stay tuned.
Yes.
Thank you, Anuma-san.
Thank you
Oh,
so
I'm
much.
so excited for all these things they're talking about. What is this? Spyro. I'm not a Spyro person, but I know a lot of people love Spyro. So here you go,
Haven't
guys.
you guys ever seen a dragon before? Here comes Spyro. Nicely done.
Does it feel like it's missing music or something? Like they just forgot to put it in?
I just want to kick some.
I feel like... I definitely feel like that was a problem on there and like they forgot. All right. That's pretty funny. That reminds me of a trailer that came out one time without like... something happened. It was like a year or two ago, right? Like a trailer came out that didn't have any something and it was just so fucking awkward. The Mummy. That was it. Oh. And this game I'm really excited to play too because I played actually on my channel, on my YouTube channel, there's a Marvel Ultimate Alliance video with me and Vel playing with my ex-girlfriend JC in the background, actually just talking. We were just all hanging out. It was a good time. It was young me, I guess. Fucking years and years back. Oh, fuck. Archon Prime for 1,000 bits. Happy B-Day Cry. Thank you very much. That's very nice of you, man. Sorry for this and that. Guys. I'm technically in my 30s now. Nice. Is that your Justin voice? Yeah, every time there should be a point where Justin should talk, I'm giving it the Justin experience because I feel like it makes sense, you know? I think it makes sense. Thank you, Roderick. And Dylan's Tittle. Thank you very much. Joey Turkey sub. Dude, I had a half of my sub before the stream, and I'll have the half of my sub after the stream. That Marvel Ultimate Alliance video was 2011. 94,000 views for context. Jeez. I'm 13 now. I'm 15 now. Thank you very much. Ghost! You do a good Justin impression, Cry. But can you do this? My sprinkler goes this. See? Thank you very much, Ghost. Very nice of you, man. I gotta go pee though. I'll be right back, guys. But hopefully I'll be back before this this thing kicks off because I am actually super excited for this game. I'm super excited for a lot of games. I don't know what the fuck happened to me. Maybe apparently having medication properly with, you know, psychiatry makes you happy. I don't know. I'll be right back. No! No! I'll run. Wait, no, it's just starting a new song. I thought they were fading it out to start it up. Okay, never mind. I'll be right back. back. Can I also say, I love how there's 2 Marvel games that are co-op coming out too. Because that is also freaking cool. And both of them I'm interested in too. So that's nice. Thank you, Simply Mar. 30-year-old birthday, baby. Yeah, you damn right. Dude, yo, wait, look at that link attack thing. That looks sick. Did you see that? Dude! Oh, that looks so fun. Just imagine chilling out with the gang, talking about random bullshit that happened to you throughout the day. You know, maybe complaining about a girl or boy problem you got. Just drinking some Capri Suns. Maybe you got some Supernatural in the background. And you're playing some Ultimate Marvel Alliance 3. You know, that sounds like a thing.
Welcome back to Nintendo Treehouse
I like your
Live
jib.
here at E3 2019. I am Demetrius, and I have some really good people with me. I have Dan, Sam, and a special guest from Marvel, Mark.
Dan
Why don't you say
and
hi, Mark?
Sam.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Now we're here to show Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order. So, Dan, why don't you go ahead and just take us away on that?
Yeah, thanks, Demetrius. We're going to just jump into a stage here in just a minute, show some of the stories, show some of the characters. There's just such a great cast from all different groups, the Avengers, Guardian of the Galaxy,
I love that jacket.
X-Men, and whatnot.
You guys were
We wanna
talking
show
about it
some of
earlier,
that
but I never
and,
really
just
looked at it.
Show some gameplay. And Mark, you can kind of show us some of the finer points, or tell us some examples of really good story parts that you were involved with. So
Absolutely.
We're just going to jump into a state level here. It's the Xavier Institute, which is going to be known to comic fans as the home of the X-Men. And we've got the Sentinels coming in.
It's probably the house that cannot get insurance anymore. I don't
No.
think anybody touches
They have
the
a tough
mansion
time.
now.
Gets knocked down a lot.
Every time I hear the X-Men, I just want to go X-Men really loud. I have to hold myself to that.
So, Mark, you being the writer on this game, it must have been so fun to have a chance to jump into this franchise where really you've just got Marvel's toy box open to you. All these characters,
Cyclops.
all these cool locations.
I like his hair.
What was that like diving into this writing experience?
You know, it was really amazing. There are so few places that you get to use all of these characters from all these different families of Marvel heroes at the same time.
Yeah, look at that
there haven't
hair.
been
He
many
looks
games in the past
good.
other than the
Normally
Marvel
I
Ultimate
get
Alliance
bored when I
series
see
where
Cyclops, but he
you've
looks
gotten to bring
great.
all of these great heroes together and